Welcome back, everyone, to Beholder to No One presents Behold Clearlight. I am your Dungeon Master, Ryan Williams, and joining me here are Nikki,
Marissa Lanner,
Greg,
Gregthos steady hand.
Ashley,
Emmy Frankincense.
and Keith.
Seuss.
All right, are we all ready?
hell yeah.
Yep.
Yup, let's do it.
Titan Internal Security Log, Day 100,400,000. Run diagnostics to determine cause of security breach. Unknown entities entered Elemental Nexus Chamber. Encountered elementals escaping from Elemental Nexus. Unknown entities did not appear to understand command modules without the assistance of magic. Unknown entities stabilized Elemental Nexus and dispatched elementals. Unknown entities climbed to War Room, examined security golems, attempted to break through to living quarters, thus activating security golems. It is at this point that security is deactivated. Command source appears to be central control. Further examination is required. So, last time you fought a pair of stone and steel golems meant to defend this place from intruders, which you most certainly are. And a voice called out to you asking if you were still there and said something about taking control of security systems. You are in this room still covered in vines, filled with broken tables, old skeletons, and various ancient debris scattered all around this place. You have in front of you a partially broken down door, and then behind you the stairwell through which you emerged. What would you like to do next?
Y'all heard that voice, right?
Yes. I couldn't quite hear what was said, but I heard a voice.
No, I was talking to the people.
Oh, they're talking about the voice that we heard in the background.
Okay, so yeah, that I also thought that was what you were saying.
In character. Y'all heard that voice, right?
Yeah, not entirely sure what he's referring to, but yes.
Was it a he or a she?
Difficult to tell.
Okay.
It was
I'm
somewhat
just being
high pitched,
presumptuous.
but
Okay. I just didn't remember.
There's definitely something over there.
They're probably in the head. That's where the distress beacon was coming from. So we should probably just continue. But I am hurt, guys. And I'm almost tapped out.
Yeah, I'm not looking too great myself.
Just gotta stand up, stretch, and stretch too far, and now I'm kind of like standing, but my back's arched backwards, and I'm stuck like that for a couple seconds.
you hear an unfortunate crack somewhere in your body.
Oh!
Not even really sure where it came from.
No, I'm okay, don't worry about it. I'm good.
Can we take a short rest?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
What time of day is it right now? How long have we been going
We've
for?
been awake for 20 minutes.
It's been a little longer than that, but yes.
We've had
you
3 fights.
You started the day by going into this place.
Oh Christ, that's right.
Because we've had 3 fights already since we joined this room. Walked in the Titan.
Maybe we just take a short rest somewhere before we head into another room of traps.
So, okay, out of character, I literally have 2 spells left. And that's it.
Yeah, I have 3.
Adventuring day.
I'm still pretty good.
6 to 8 encounters, guys.
Here we go.
I don't think we have time for that just because there was somebody in here, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to wait that long.
Well, they said they disabled security, so that's probably good, but I'm just gonna... She pulls out a healing potion and chugs it.
Oh yeah, do I have any of those? That's a good point.
Unless we're short resting specifically.
I somehow managed to forget that healing potions existed in D&D.
I think most people do.
Yeah.
Spells or nothing.
If we're not gonna rest, I'm gonna drink this, but if we're gonna rest, then I'm not.
You can certainly take a short rest.
Okay, let's do that. It'll at least give us our hit points back.
Leave it to a vote. It's up to you guys. I mean, yeah, I also have a couple healing potions apparently, so one or the other.
I'm up for a short rest. It's just good to use a breather for a second.
All right. So, you do your very best to find a comfortable place to rest in here, although everything is metal except the stuff that is covered in leaves and vines. So you find like a pile of vines that you can sit on that feels at least a little better than the hard metal floors, and bandage up your wounds. Take a deep breath. Finally have a moment to yourself.
As we're starting this short rest, I want to walk over to that pile of vines and use Druidcraft to kind of straighten them out a little bit and make them kind of more like a chair.
You, all right, that is relatively easy to do. It takes you about a minute of just like druid crafting the vines to the shape that you like, but it reminds you of a certain chair that you're already starting to miss.
Oh, trust me, it's never far from my mind.
I don't even sit on this chair. I just kind of sit next to it and just kind of like pet the side of the chair.
Okay.
Soon. And then after that, I'll start rolling some hit dice real quick.
Right. This place is eerily quiet. You're used to hearing outside of this massive titan all sorts of terrifying sounds, screeches of unknown creatures, the mumblings and moans of random wretches walking by, the wind whistling through the ancient buildings and crumbling structures. But in here, it is incredibly quiet, and it's almost unsettling. It sort of makes you miss the noises of the outside, although there are the occasional groans of old metal, as if you're sitting in perhaps an ancient like aircraft carrier, or just any, as you know, any ancient metal structure is going to creak and groan every once in a while, and those are perhaps even worse than the things that you're hearing outside, because you can never be sure exactly where it's coming from. It seems to be coming from all directions, and sort of makes you wonder if this place is going to collapse.
Nah.
I will use Song of Rest, by the way, for the short rest. So everybody gets 6 additional hit points because I rolled a d6 if you spend hit die.
Are you playing some India for us?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a speech of how great we're doing, even though it's terrifying out here. And we got this, guys. We're doing so good.
Gregthos hears none of this because he's too busy putting a chair together.
Well, then you do not get a d6.
That's fine.
I think you
walked
do have
into
to
that
be
one.
able to hear it.
Well, I can hear her. I'm just not retaining any of the information.
Okay.
Do you roll the d6 or do we?
Vrissa, you roll a d6.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, okay.
So is it 6 extra overall or 6 to each roll?
6 extra overall. Do not add anything else to it.
Okay.
Cool. That ended up.
Because we had the same argument in episode 8.
Oh, did we?
We're like,
Okay.
every single person was confused.
That ended up being just enough because I rolled 2 hit die on my rest and I got 1s on both of them.
Ouch.
On 2 d10s. And I got a 2.
Woo.
Don't you add your con modifier to that?
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So after that, and then after a 6, it put me exactly at what I needed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was able to use 1 less hit die. Because I used 3 originally, but since she gave us the 6, I didn't need to have that 3rd one.
Nice.
I am also back at max now. I used
too.
3 hit die.
I also used 3 hit die and I'm 4 HP short. But that's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Ryan. I appreciate it.
It's fine. You don't need that health. It's going to go away anyways.
Nah, you're fine.
I did get my Bardic Inspiration back, so that's cool.
Very useful. So you do some quick yoga, and you're feeling much better than you were an hour ago. What's next?
That's a lot better.
So the door is open.
It's partially open. You could probably just like kick it down at this point. Like you kicked it, and it like bent the top half of the door. The top hinge is no longer attached.
I would like to try to kick down the door.
Can we not attack things? Can we just like gingerly move around them? Last time we attacked, we got attacked by stuff.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, and I kind of had a really good rest. I don't really want to just take it easy for the next few steps.
Oh, we just got back up. Let's not exert ourselves too much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gregthos just popped his back back into place.
Oh, thank you, chair.
I will climb over the half-open doorway.
This next room looks very similar to the one you just left, but it is about half the size and doesn't have nearly as many tables and random odds and ends chairs or anything like that.
Not yet, it doesn't.
Not yet. This room seems to be like a passageway, so there isn't much in the way of furniture or anything like that. On the opposite end, there is another door that has been pushed off of its hinges by the growing leaves and vines. So it is in fact, it is being held up by all of the vines going through here. It seems that on the other side of that door, there is significantly more plant growth. And on your right side, you can see a huge sealed door. It looks like a vault or something. Whatever is on the other side of this door is obviously very important. And whoever can easily read the Ancients' language, which is, I mean, this word in particular is very similar to the modern word. So even people who don't really understand, don't read the ancient language very well, can see it looks very similar to the word armory.
I think only Emmy can read it technically, right?
I said anyone who's proficient in history can read the language of the ancients.
And were we using Jack of all trades with half proficiency as proficiency?
Let's see. You can read the ancient language on like a 3rd grade level. Like,
I think this says
armor.
Is it armor? No.
And then
Cake?
I'll walk in and I'll be like, no, it clearly says armory.
It's like
What I'm more confused about is why Hawthorne Energies, apparently, they had a mascot that was a aquatic creature. Why?
it's like Christmas story fragile. Armory.
I don't even get it, but I just
Don't get what?
wait. What aquatic creature?
You said that there were seals on the door.
Oh my god. I'm gonna come to your house and strangle you.
I'm leaving all of this in.
That's amazing.
Gregthos magically dies, rocks fall.
Yeah, just every time.
An aneurysm can happen at any time to any of us.
And Gregthos is at that age where they're more prevalent.
But yeah, this looks like a submarine door. Like it's got one of those wheels that you gotta twist to open it.
Oh, I see.
Do we want to try to get into that room? I mean, there could be stuff in there that is useful and or possibly things we can study or sell, maybe?
I mean, nothing's more inviting than a giant sealed door with a giant handle in the middle of it. Obviously, there's something back there.
Oh, yeah, I can try and open it.
And I don't think any of you are proficient in unlocking doors that are locked.
If we were episode 2 or whatever, it would have gone much
Oh,
smoother.
I know, just a way to fix this. I can try and break it down.
Good luck.
That's gonna be real hard. You can tell just.
Yeah, he's not gonna try it.
We'll take note of said door and potential treasures on the other side. Continue on and then just circle back.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
And now that you've been in this passageway room for a little bit, you pick up a smell. It smells terrible in here, like rotting corpses,
Sorry.
mixed in with the smell of mixed in with the smell of like wet grass that's in basically this whole place and rust.
Apologize again. Sorry.
But you can sort of
Yes.
detect that that terrible smell seems to be coming from the other side of the door covered in vines. That door you could pull open.
The one right in front of us.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Who wants to go first?
Seuss will just head up over and try and peek through the door, I guess, if there's any way to.
I'd prefer not to go to the nasty smell. But if you have to.
Sure. Go ahead and I'm gonna have you roll a perception check to see if there's a way that you can see through the door without just pulling it open.
Okay.
Didn't we see a map that gave us a basic overview, or is it just chest head labeled, not like an actual map?
No, it wasn't a map of the detail of the rooms or anything. It was just showing
Okay.
a zoomed out version of the entire Titan.
But we're assuming we're in the chest right now.
Yes, you are. You can assume you're
Okay.
in the chest based on how high you had to climb to get here.
I got a natural 20, which puts me at 22.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So, Seuss, you try to peek your way through the door and don't really see any obvious way to see through it, but you're just like, wait, this is just vines. So you use your sword to just cut through a few of them and make a small eye hole for you to look through. And on the other side, you can see not very well because you're looking through a very small hole, but what you can see are more vines, like far more than you've seen in any other part of this place. You know, this, whatever this is, this Titan seems to cause plant growth to accelerate around it, and apparently inside it as well now. And the room up ahead, there are vines hanging from the ceiling. There are brilliant flowers, and you can see some of them appear to be moving, much like the ones outside the Titan.
It seems the foliage in this room is just as lively as the ones outside.
Well, without us resting longer than an hour, I can't speak to them again.
Then we'll let this do the talking, and he'll just hold up his sword.
I'd rather not attack them if we can avoid it.
I don't think there's any avoiding this. It smells like blood in there. I don't think these are very friendly.
Well, let's see if they attack. Whomever mentioned that security protocols were removed. So hopefully that means with the vines as well.
We can try.
Yep, won't know until you try.
Yep. And I'll open the door all the way, I guess.
All right.
Probably kind of gently, not just like slamming it open, but...
And it is not really fully on its hinges, so you're able to, when you're just pulling it away, you're pulling against the plant growth itself that seems to be holding the door in place. And so when you tear away a bunch of bark and leaves, and you have to use your sword part of the way to be able to pull it off all the way, and you can see into this room. This room is slightly more well lit than the one that is behind you, or the one that most of you are currently in, because there is a hole in the ceiling that is letting the tiny pinprick of light that is always in this world through, so you are not 100% relying on your dark vision to see in here.
That's a relief. My eyes were getting tired.
And in this room, you can see immediately, like, the vines start recoiling from where you've pulled the door open and had to cut through some of the stuff. And just the whole room is unsettlingly just sort of writhing all around you.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Is it like seem aggressive, or is it just moving?
Most of this stuff seems to be either moving randomly or pulling away from you currently, but the smell in here is overwhelming. You have to struggle to keep yourself from gagging as soon as you fully open the door. It smells like death itself.
I use my shirt to cover my mouth and nose.
Your prestidigitation wand might be necessary to help with the smell in here.
I use that and I make it sound like flowers around me.
Oh, that is so much better.
I'll use my druid craft to cause a instantaneous harmless sensory effect. I can add the faint odor of skunk to the air around me, and I will do that because I'm sure that smells better than whatever the hell's in this room.
Better certainly is a word. Perhaps not an accurate word, but now it smells like a skunk squirted its terrible stuff on a dead body in here, which is not
I didn't think this
better.
through.
Mixed with flowers.
Mixed with flowers. Oh boy.
But you have to be very close to Rissa for it to smell like flowers. Like this smell overwhelms everything.
This was a mistake. Thankfully, it only lasts for 5 seconds. Okay, I can breathe again.
I'd probably be standing as close to Rissa as possible because I'm like, I don't want to smell this, and I have no spells to help with this.
Am I able to see those, I guess, stairs in the corner?
Yes, you can see that part of the room on your left side has a stairwell going up into what you must assume would be like the shoulder part of the Titan, or perhaps like leading up into its neck. But this place is where one of the shoulders would be attached, and you remember seeing earlier that one of the arms had been partially removed or partially detached.
Yeah.
So the hole that you're looking out seems to be like where the arm was supposed to be attached.
So we have to go through the middle, it would seem.
So, yeah, it looks like this is a dead end with a bunch of possibly vicious grass. I don't necessarily think we need to go in there.
No, the stairwell doesn't lead us to a separate place. I'm sorry. Perhaps I didn't
Oh,
explain
okay.
it properly. The stairwell leads up, whereas the hole in the wall leads like it's directly in front of you.
Zeus will just be like, it looks like this is where the arm was removed. There's some stairs up. If we want to try and just walk through here, or...
I mean, if we could avoid any more confrontations, that would be preferable.
Agreed.
Well, I could try and go first and see what happens.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll all stand in the middle of this room and just watch what this experiment take place.
I mean, you're not great at being not destructive. No offense.
Only if I need to be.
As you are standing in this room, you're like sort of in the doorway, I assume, Zeus.
Yeah, I'm just in the doorway describing all the stuff.
Some small tendrils seem to be like reaching out from the ceiling to touch you. They're, like slowly curling their way down towards you.
I'll just like hold up my finger so they could wrap around it or something.
That's not where I expected that to go, but okay.
Okay, so you hold up your finger, and some of the small tendril like starts to wrap itself around your finger, and then starts to curl itself over more of your hand, and it's very small, so it's like not like a strong. This is not gonna like lift you up off your feet or anything, but it like sort of like
Or
tightens
remove
around.
my arm from my body.
No, it's gripped.
Oh, look, we have a second Titan now.
It's definitely not going to do that. But these seem to be like curious almost, just sort of like poking at the top of your head, finding like little, just like inching its way into like places between your armor and stuff. They're just poking at you and trying to see what you are, it seems.
Mm-hmm. I should be like, I think it's friendly.
I would recommend not doing that.
Now, remind me, you are wearing plate armor, correct?
Yes.
We don't know what these are or what they're capable of.
So it's probably not gonna like it.
Yeah, these things just seem to be just like testing you, tasting you even. If you try to think of it based on everything else you've seen around here, who knows what it's doing.
Gross.
I don't like that.
But it's not trying to eat you right now, whatever it is.
Currently, it's not, so it must be fine.
So
Yeah,
should we just go upstairs then?
No, I think we should remove whatever this thing is from Zeus before we do anything else.
Well, like I said, let me just try to walk through, and if it doesn't seem to like it, then we just do some landscaping.
Yeah, all right, go for it. Bring your new friend with you.
I'll just like slowly remove my hand so I'm not like ripping it out of wherever it's currently growing out of.
It's not trying to like hold on to you or anything.
Yeah, and then I'll just slowly start trying to walk towards the stairs.
And you sort of have to like trudge through it because this whole room is so filled with greenery that you have to lift up your feet to be able to like pull it out of a pile of nettles, and then step over a bush to be able to make it over to the room. It's this whole room is difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
You get up to the stairwell, and you can see that there are vines blocking the doorway. But you think that, you could probably cut through them with your sword.
I will not cut through them with my sword and try and
I was
just
gonna say.
try and just like push away gently the shrubbery and crap.
Okay, so you start just like pulling things to the side, and this stuff is this particular part, like everything on the walls, it seems, and the ceiling is very tough, so that it is difficult for you to just pull everything out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
But with a little bit of effort, you're starting to pull your way through. What's everybody else doing? Because if he's gone over to the stairwell, you can no longer see him from where you were standing.
We've just been watching. Well, we were watching to see what would happen, and we saw that maybe nothing happened. I guess we would follow him, right?
Yeah, I was
Right.
just waiting
Yeah.
to see if he died. And if he didn't die, I would continue.
So yeah, as soon as
So
the rest
much
of you
faith.
are in the room, the whole room sets on fire and you all die. But
Oh Jesus!
besides that, no, I'm kidding.
That escalated quickly.
That's what
No.
happened to the arm.
More of the small tendrils start like reaching out towards everybody that's in this room. And while Seuss is like pulling at the small bits of plant life and trying to expose the door in the ceiling, it's one of those, it's a what's, I don't know what the word is. Bulkhead doesn't
trapdoor?
sound right. Yeah, it's kind of like a trapdoor. It's a door in the ceiling that the stairs are leading up to. And so Seuss is pulling his way, trying to cause as little damage as possible to the plants process, but unfortunately it's just there's no way to do without just like breaking some of the stuff off because it's completely covering the doorway. And as you uncover some things, you can see on the door the words in multiple languages, and you are able to read one of them. And it says to control center.
This looks like the way we need to go.
And these small little tendrils start like growing towards all the rest of you, the same ones that were exploring Seuss. And
Don't say it like that.
yeah, as soon as I said it, I regretted it. But these, how do you guys react to these small tendrils, these tiny plants sort of like reaching out towards you while Seuss is pulling things away from the door?
I'm not too bothered by it. Like, if it doesn't seem like they're doing it in a threatening way, I just kind of let them wrap around my hand and
Now,
try to study them as they.
if I remember from the art, Emmy wears gloves, right? Most of the
Yes.
time? Okay, good to know.
Yeah, my whole body's pretty much covered. Like, I can't. There's no really any exposed skin except on my face.
Gregthos I'm a little more wary of whatever this is. I'm not particularly okay with these, whatever it is reaching out to me or anything like that. So I will just do my absolute best to keep my distance from whatever these are.
It is very difficult because they're coming from like the walls and ceiling and the floor
Right.
as well. So, am I gonna have you roll for this?
Oh boy.
Are you gonna roll a dexterity saving throw to avoid the bad touch from playing?
Just see like Gregthos flipping around the room, just like doing
Like
that.
trying to dodge him, like
Yeah. It's like one of those people trying to dodge the lasers.
it's a saving throw. You said?
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Not great. A 10.
Touching any plants. So you are able to like pull your hands away, and there's one point where like a vine hanging from the ceiling like sort of like tilts its way towards you, so you have to duck your head underneath. And as you're walking through this place, a small you get caught by one that you couldn't see, like something reaches up behind you and touches the back of your leg.
Oh god.
And it's that terrible feeling of, it feels like, the feeling of something crawling on you that makes your monkey brain just immediately panic.
Oh yeah. I'm very familiar with that.
And the second that it touches exposed skin, it starts growing significantly faster and starts to actually grow and wrap around the leg that it touched.
Chair, save me!
And I mean, the rest of you, I assume, just based on where you've placed yourself on the map, are like in front of Gregthos, so none of you are seeing this immediately unless he says something. But Gregthos, the vine that like sort of like wrapped itself, it's still not like a super like strong vine. It's not like a big thick thing that you can just pull yourself away from. But when you start like trying to pull your leg away, it grows thorns and starts poking into you and draws a little bit of blood. And that's when it starts to get really bad. And
That's the point. Okay.
when as soon as it has found exposed skin, the whole room changes. Suddenly,
Guys, something's happening!
in the corner of the room,
What did you do?
a plant, like a large flower, starts to pull itself up off the ground. And this thing is, and when I say large flower, I mean like 5 feet tall. It sort of stands up, if you can call it that, when it's a flower, and starts to pull its way forward towards you. And you see something that you hadn't noticed before, and it probably explains the smell. This flower has a dead body sticking out of it.
Oh.
I knew I couldn't trust you, Ryan.
Like a really.
I thought this place was like nice and really sweet, and then I was like, "This is weird. It's Ryan. That's not possible."
There will be nice places eventually.
I don't believe you.
Maybe in the control room. Who
Oh.
knows?
So this is like a really creepy version of Audrey.
Yeah,
Right,
Audrey got
Little
an
Shop of
upgrade.
Horrors.
Yeah, Audrey.
Audrey
Yeah.
3.
You can see now this massive plant starts pulling itself towards you, and I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Just start singing to it. Maybe that'll work.
Just gonna move people where I sort of imagined everybody was, but if you don't agree with that, feel free to move yourself somewhere else.
Am I prone or anything right now, or is this?
No, you were able to pull your. As soon as like it started like growing thorns and like poking you, you're just able to, because like I said, it wasn't a very thick vine, so you were able to
right.
pull it
Okay.
off, and it's just like you just like basically broke a stem.
Oh, all right.
So it was relatively easy to pull yourself away from the tendrils, but it was just using this to try to find out if you were a living creature or not.
Oh, I see.
Joke's on them.
I thought Seuss was a robot.
Oh, it's not very intelligent.
And I was wearing gloves, so I didn't realize I was human either.
Well, that's perfect.
So the fact that you have so much exposed skin got us in trouble. Put a shirt on, Jesus Christ.
No shirt can contain these pythons.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Talking about my biceps that are non-existent.
Like corn snakes. No, I was just trying to be nice to these plants, and you have to go and show them what flesh tastes like.
Evidently, my flesh makes them horny. I didn't know.
No, thorny. Maybe
Thorny.
Thorny.
They're thorny for my body.
You know what? I'm just gonna let it eat you.
You know what? At this point, I welcome it.
It seems to like me, so.
Well, I am going to save my last 2 first level spells and just use. I have cantrips. So you're going to get a lot of vicious mockery from me.
Be sure to have a plant joke page open for that.
Yes,
Probably
please.
talking about
Plant
pesticides.
puns. We need plant puns.
Yeah, we need them.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm glad we both went Owen Wilson simultaneously there. I feel like it brought us closer as people.
We're not so different.
Really? Wow.
Deep down inside, we're all just Owen Wilson. Okay, let me grab a sheet of papel to control the initiative and the health and whatnot of this creature. But I mean, hey, maybe you decide you just want to try to talk it out of its murderous rage. Maybe you won't do any damage to it at all.
I mean, I already made it thorny, so.
Apparently, it likes you, just not perhaps in a way that you want it to like you.
Yeah, no, I figured.
Okay, so 25 to 20. Okay. I don't know why.
I think you set the bar way too high right there.
You could start at 10.
All right. Okay, 20 to 15.
Like
15
I
to
said.
10.
Still too high.
I got a 13.
Alright, there's something.
She's got 12.
All right. And so 10 to 5.
5.
And
I
then
rolled
Gregthos,
a
what did you
3.
get? Oh dear. Don't you have really high dexterity?
Yeah, about that. I do, but I rolled a natural 1.
So, Gregthos. Okay. So, this creature starts lumbering its way forward towards you. Okay, so the first thing it does is a vine comes out of the thing, reaches into itself, and pulls out that dead body and throws it at you.
Seriously.
What is with these people throwing other people at
I don't know. I feel like it's a theme at this point.
Gregthos, I would like you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
All right, let's do this. That's better. 17.
Okay, you managed to dodge the flying corpse. But it lands on the ground just next to you. I'm gonna use a robot just to represent this zombie on the map. So yes, it lands on the ground just next to you and pulls itself up, and just the scent of this creature is absolutely terrible.
Jesus, this is horrible.
All right, so that is the bonus action on its turn.
That was just a bonus action. I'm gonna throw another enemy at you.
Yep, and then it is going to lumber its way forward towards you and try to grab you with its tentacles of vines. So the first attack is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
Assuming you're attacking me, yeah?
Yes, that is
Okay.
going to attack Gregthos. And by the way, as it gets close to you, the scent of this thing is absolutely overwhelming. Like, your eyes are watering, your nose is burning, you feel like you want to vomit just as soon as it comes anywhere near you.
Good.
So I am not going to bother rolling damage for these things all the time. I'm just going to say it does 9 damage.
All right.
To you.
9.
Oh, hey, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, hey, that's cool. These are all things I enjoy doing on a normal basis. That is a 11.
Ooh, unfortunately, that is a failure. So you are going to take an additional 14 poison damage.
Jesus. Okay, well that's
That's a little more.
This thing hurts.
Yeah. That's a word I'd use.
All right, so and it's going to make another attack against you, Gregthos, and this
Oh,
time
good.
rolls a 12.
okay. That misses. Thankfully.
Don't think it's going to hit you. Yes, so
No.
the first one comes at you and you weren't ready for it. And so the next time, the next one comes after you, you manage to duck your head just underneath. And it has a rather long reach, so it is actually going to try to grab another person that it perceives as a living creature. And so it is going to attack Emmy.
Oh boy.
And it rolled an 8. So
Nope.
one of the vines, it slaps you, but it doesn't do enough to do any damage. Just like hits you on the front of your chest,
Just the lightest slap.
just out of range.
More like a caress.
Yeah.
All right, and that is going to be the end of this creature's turn. It is now the zombie's turn,
Oh, good.
and that is also going to try to attack you, Gregthos.
Great.
That rolled a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Right, but this thing is trying to like just tries to grab onto you. It isn't incredibly strong, but it just tries to bite you, and it just does a small amount of damage, but an annoying amount of. It definitely still hurts.
Okay.
It's a zombie biting you. It does 4 damage to you.
Okay, that's not so bad. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's just a regular ass zombie. And now you can see this zombie is wearing very different clothing from the random things that you've been seeing around, walking around outside Clearlight. This one seems to have what looks like a full body suit on, like a jumpsuit, but it is decaying, of course. There are holes in it all over the place. The colors seem to have faded out. It looks like at one point it was blue, but now it's kind of like a grayish purple. And that is going to be the end of the enemy's turns. Rissa, you are up first amongst your friends.
Yay.
Take care of the trendy zombie.
How close is a zombie to me?
5 feet away from you.
Lovely. That's too close. I'm going to... Can't back up, so I'm just going to pull out my rapier and try to stab it, I guess.
All right. It doesn't look like a very powerful fighter.
Well, that's good, because I'm not a very powerful attacker. 16 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Ooh, 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Because
10
I'm like,
damage.
too close, slash, slash, slash.
All right, so
And-
10 damage to this creature. Just stab it. Give it a good poke.
Bonus action. I'll go, or as a free action, I'll go, Emmy, do you have anything for the monster?
I mean, I can take care of that zombie.
Does anybody have anything for the monster?
Meaning what exactly?
I can use unsettling words on it and give somebody give it a negative on a save, but it's a bonus action, so I have to do it now.
I have steel for it.
Well, that's not gonna fucking help. Okay. Bardic inspiration to y'all bitches.
Break those.
Sure.
Probably gonna have to make some save
Please.
throws.
You got this, Gregthos. Also, your chair is probably broken now. Bye. Bardic inspiration.
He's filled with rage that empowers him for this battle.
Not my chair!
You get a D8 to add in the next 10 minutes since nobody's gonna attack the plant monster, I guess, with a saving spell.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Rissa?
Yep.
All right, Seuss, you are up next. You have 2 options here. You can your tactical mind, your fighter's brain kicks in. You can try to cut your way through the vines here and open up the path to escape, or you can just try to kill this creature.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move in and try and kill it because
What you do?
it's already grabbed a hold of somebody, and I don't think anybody else is gonna be able to. Everybody's gonna be able to get away easily. So I will just pull out my sword and I'll run up to where Gregthos is and just start hacking away at all the shrubbery in the way,
All right.
trying to grab him.
All right. Go ahead and roll your athletics.
Yep. So a 27 to hit.
Jeez, that will definitely hit.
Okay.
No, it's got a mind shield. It is relatively easy to hit.
That'll be for 10 damage.
10 11 damage.
Second attack is a 19 for 13 damage.
All right. Your eyes are immediately burning just like being next to this creature because it smells so bad.
Yeah, and I'm gonna action surge just because I don't want it to. Seems to have a good grip on Gregthos, so I will go attacking some more. Okay, that's a dirty 20 for 11 damage.
11 more damage.
And a 26 to hit for 8 damage.
All right then. Just a quick casual 40, I believe, if I've done the math right, 42 damage in one turn. No big deal.
Damn.
Nice. And I guess that'll be it.
That's flashing, hacking, and stabbing, and just cutting away pieces of this creature. And you can see that as you are doing so, there are more corpses held inside of it that are now exposed.
I feel like Edward Scissorhands trying to sculpt one of the trees.
One of the zombies hanging out of it just immediately starts trying to reach out at you, sort of impotently. But that is going to bring us to Emmy's turn.
Alright, so this is gonna be weird because you just said that there was a bunch of corpses inside this creature.
Right.
So I'm going to use Turn Undead.
All right. That
Have fun with that, Ryan.
this is gonna get weird.
I have Destroy Undead if they're under CR1 half. So if they fail and they're under CR1 half, they all get destroyed.
Wow. Okay, that is very interesting.
And this is within 30 feet, so anything within 30 feet.
That's really cool, actually. Because it's not gonna do any damage to the plant, but you could get rid of one of its strongest abilities. Interesting.
That's what I was planning on. So they have to do a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
All the zombies, however many there are.
Okay, so first I'm gonna roll the one that he threw at you first. That one is what's the DC, by the way? This one rolled a 16 plus. Oh no, minus. So 14.
The DC, I always forget what the DC is for special abilities.
It should be it's probably your spell.
My spell save DC.
Yeah.
So it's 13.
So this is the one outside of the creature rolled a 14. So that one is okay. Nothing happens on it doesn't take half damage or anything. Okay.
No, it doesn't get turned either.
So I actually now need to roll exactly how many creatures are inside this. A lot.
Well, alright then.
Okay, that's a lot of saving throws I need to roll now. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of failures. 4, 5, 6, 7 total zombies inside this creature. And only one of them saved.
Oh, wow.
So they get destroyed.
So now what does Emmy's Destroy Undead look like? What are you doing?
Pretty much, I have this little necklace on my neck, and I just pretty much am just whispering into it, and you just see this bright light glow from it, and it just kind of envelops the whole room. And people that aren't undead, it feels very warm and it feels very satisfying. But to the zombies and everything, it just starts to burn into their skin, and it just starts to deteriorate them, and they just they start to act scared, but then all of a sudden they realize that their body is starting to decay more, and it's starting to just fall apart as they just kind of go and just just die.
So you're just rapid decaying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very appropriate for a doctor. The zombie that is attacking Gregthos manages to hold itself together. You see part of its flesh starts just falling off of it, but it's still reaching at you and trying to eat you. But Zeus, you are the one who was just slashing at it a second ago. You can see a bunch of skeletons start just falling out of this plant creature.
Just puking. It's just a bunch
Just
of
gonna back up a step or two so it doesn't land all over me.
Right, hunks of rotting flesh are just falling out of this thing that it was formerly holding, and the one that was trying to reach out at you, all of the muscle just falls off of the skeleton and the bones fall to the floor.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right.
I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level though, because I don't have a lot of 1st level spell slots left. So, all right. So I'm gonna put it next to the plant monster guy.
Be your spiritual weapon. Where do you want to put it?
Just like right next to Seuss and the plant monster.
Like there?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if that whatever that tree is in the way
It's
or not,
tree.
but
It's not in the way. It's just like particularly thick log, just like going its way through the room. But the spiritual weapon can fit like above that.
okay. And I'm gonna use it to attack the plant monster. So
All right.
okay, that's gonna be a 20 to hit, not natural.
That will definitely hit. It is not incredibly difficult to hit. It's not armored or anything, and it doesn't seem to be even attempting to dodge your attacks.
It's a sponge.
All right. That's 1d8 plus 2, so that's gonna be a 8 damage.
8 more damage to this thing. Gotcha.
It's 8 force damage if that matters.
Well, in case you were wondering, it can't be blinded or deafened. It doesn't have a face or eyes or ears, so yeah.
And that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Very productive turn, I would say. That's interesting.
That's the first time I've used my turn undead, so
Yeah, it is.
we've run into so many undead creatures, but for some reason that's the first time I've used it.
All right, Gregthos. At the start of your turn, I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw because you started your turn next to the flower.
I sure did. Not like I had a choice, but that's fine.
You did not.
You said con save?
Yes.
19.
19 saves. You gag a little bit on just the smell of this thing, but you manage to keep yourself from vomiting. And now your turn's up.
This time. All right.
Actually, I do want to say you get a little dizzy actually from just how terrible this thing smells, but you manage to keep yourself from like passing out.
Gotcha.
Just to give you a little hint of what it can do if you fail.
Oh, good. So is it like wrapped around me? Because I know it hit me earlier.
It did not wrap around you. It was more
Okay.
like a flash,
Okay. Gotcha.
like a whip.
So then I will use one of my key points to use Step of the Wind, and I will take the disengage action to start my turn.
Okay.
And I am going to back up toward the wall, right by the stairwell, and then as a bonus action, I am going to use my Wild Shape to turn into to activate my, what do you call it, the star map thing.
Okay. Is the Step of the Wind a bonus action?
It didn't say it was. I'll double check. Oh, yes, that is a bonus action. I'm sorry. Well, in that case, I will step back like that, and then I will, as an action... Nope, that's a bonus action too. Damn it. Well, shit, I thought I had something. I guess we'll just toss a guiding bolt at it then.
Do you have flurry of blows so you could punch again?
I think that's
Damn it,
all.
I don't want to get all up in its business.
Okay.
I say you could have did that before your bonus action.
Yeah, I could have.
You
That's
could have
true.
attacked it and then left.
I'll throw a guiding bolt at it to help you guys out as well.
Okay. Starlight flings from your hands towards
That is a natural 20.
All right. That definitely will hit.
And I can never remember, are we doubling the dice or just rolling?
I can't even remember if spells
It's-
crit or not.
I'm
What?
pretty sure they do.
They do, because
Okay.
then wizards would never get any anything, because they never attack with weapons.
Okay.
It was 2 different dice though, because that's how we've been doing it in this game.
Number of dice.
Number of dice, okay. So the first roll is 10 and then 12, so 22 radiant damage.
All right. A beam of starlight burns into this creature's side. Is it 22, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And I will yell out at this thing across the way, "You're gonna make an amazing chair!"
All right. That is going to bring us to the creature's turn again. So, first thing it's going to do is use the only remaining zombie inside of its body and grab it out as a bonus action and throw it at, let's say, Emmy, because Emmy is the one that destroyed all its favorite zombies. So it's going to use its last zombie and throw it at you. I'd like you to roll a dexterity saving throw to avoid
Okay.
being hit in the head with a living thing.
Living is relative.
Unliving. Undead.
That is a 15.
15 is enough, yes.
Cool.
So the zombie just lands next to you instead and will have its turn right after the corpse flower. All right. And then after that, it is going to lift itself up off of the floor and pull itself using its vines onto the ceiling and start crawling along the ceiling to get directly above all 3 of you, Rissa, Emmy, and Seuss. Directly above your heads and start attacking you from above
Oh, gee.
with its
No
tentacles.
fun.
So first one is going to be against, let's say,
Out of curiosity, would Seuss get an attack of opportunity, or is it not high enough?
it is still in range.
Okay.
I was just curious if it like lifted itself like say 10 feet in the air. And then...
No, it's the ceiling is in here are not incredibly high.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have it make one attack against each of you. So that is a 21 to hit Seuss.
Yep.
All right, so you're gonna take 9 bludgeoning damage, and then I would like you to make a Constitution save.
19.
That is a success. So you are not poisoned. The smell of this creature is not getting to you currently. The second attack I already rolled against Rissa is just a 10 to hit, which I don't think is going to do it. Obviously, if you had
Nope.
no dexterity and no armor, then it might hit. Yes, it slashes down another one of its tendrils at Rissa, and Rissa manages to dodge out of the way. And the last one against Emmy is a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, so this one just clatters against Emmy's armor, and
Forget that clerics wear heavy armor.
a lot of them do.
Technically tanks. I just never get up in people's business.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you a tank. Honestly, I don't think any of you are actually like tanks. Like none of you are like have like abilities to like protect other people or force enemies to attack you or any of that stuff. You just have different numbers of hit points.
Pretty much.
I believe Suits would be considered our tank, though.
So zombie number 1 was just stabbed by Rissa a second ago, and so it is going to try to eat her. But it rolled a 4, so that's not going to hit.
Like nom nom nom.
You do the thing with like you put out your hand on its head and it can't reach you.
That's strange, but yeah, sure.
Stay.
No, now that I think
Stay.
about it, Rissa is not. It's missing one of its arms, so it's like trying to reach for your face. Anyway, the other zombie that was just thrown at Emmy is going to try to eat Emmy, and that one rolled a natural 1 to hit, which is not going to do it.
Jesus.
All right, so that is the end of the enemy's turn. Rissa, you have started your turn within 10 feet of the corpse flower. I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Is it for being put to sleep?
No, it is against being poisoned. So if you have anything that
Darn
stops
it.
that from happening.
Oh, I rolled well. 17.
17 is enough.
That's good.
As this creature like looms above you, attached to the ceiling, just the fact that this thing smells so terrible, and it's just the vertigo of like watching this thing slide across the ceiling makes you feel really dizzy for a second. But you manage to shake your head and fight it off. What would you like to do?
Well, since this zombie is right here, I kind of want to attack it, but also like the plant creature is also right there. Gee, why is it right on top of me?
It is, well, it's on the ceiling above you. It is still in range of your attacks. It's just above you.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's Spider-Manning around the room right now.
You could stab it with your rapier if you
I
wanted to.
don't like it. Okay, I will stab it, I guess, with my rapier. I'm pretty sure a 10 misses.
A 10, unfortunately, is not going to be enough. You are too distracted by the zombie to be able to properly get a good hit in on this creature. You stab into it, but it doesn't seem to do any damage. You seem to have just stabbed in between 2 of the vines.
I look at Zeus and go, help, please, 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 please help. Bardic inspiration to Zeus. That's how I'm giving him inspiration.
I bet he feels so inspired right now.
I just feel like you're singing help to me.
Help, I
You
need
just feel like,
somebody.
my team needs me.
Not just anyone. Seuss.
That's my turn.
Right. So, Seuss, you have also started your turn within 10 feet of the corpse flower. I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yep, that's a 23.
That will definitely do it.
Okay, so I will, I guess, kind of shuffle my way over here because I don't want to be right underneath it.
Okay. You are still in its range, so you're not going to take an opportunity attack.
Okay, cool. And I guess I will take a swipe at the zombie.
All right.
So remember that I did hit the plant monster with a guiding bolt, so you do get advantage against it with the next attack.
Oh, then wouldn't I have gotten an advantage on
Oh.
my attack?
Rissa should have had that advantage, so if Rissa, you
sorry.
would like to re-roll, you can go for it. Get one more chance.
Hey, 21
There you go.
That will hit.
for 6 damage.
Yeah.
I did something.
Every little bit counts. It drips gross, like, plant sap onto the top of your head. It is going to be so hard to get that out of your hair.
Ew.
Alright, so the zombie is 17 to hit
17, it definitely hits the zombie.
and 12 damage.
That is exactly how many hit points it had left.
Nice.
You stab it right through its chest, and it like sort of like slumps over, and Then I'm gonna roll. It has an undead fortitude thing happening.
Oh boy.
Oh, the DC is 5 plus the damage taken.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So it
Oh, nice.
was a lot.
DC 17.
So DC 17, it rolled a 14, which is not enough. So it dies. It does not remain alive or undead because of its undead fortitude. So the zombie falls to the ground in a heap. I am now going to use the token to represent the one that is close to Emmy.
Okay. And then I guess with my other remaining attack, I'll just pack at the.
Corpse flower on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Or
basically.
Rissa. Those are the two things in range.
I guess the flower, the corpse flower.
All right.
We got 25 to hit.
That will definitely do it. The man can't miss.
With plus 9, it's kind of hard. For 8 damage.
8 more damage. Okay. This thing is starting to leak plant fluids all over the place. On
Lovely.
all of you, really, including the zombie. It's starting to look kind of rough. Like it's not holding itself together. Its massive vines are starting to unravel a little bit.
Man, I'm glad I backed up.
And that would be my turn.
All right then. Emmy, you are up
Alright.
next.
First, I'm going to use my spiritual weapon.
Well, first you have to
Oh.
roll a Constitution saving throw because you
Oh,
are
yeah,
within
that.
10 feet of the corpse flower. I want to have a soundboard of me just saying because you're within 10 feet of the corpse flower.
That's a 16.
That is. Wait, let me check. That is enough. Yes.
Oh, whew. Okay, so then I'm going to take my spiritual weapon, move it up to the corpse flower, and start hitting it.
All right.
Alright, that is a 23 to hit.
That will definitely do it.
And that's going to be 4 force damage.
4 more damage. All right.
And as my action, I guess I will do a sacred flame on the corpse flower. So that's going to be a dexterity saving throw.
All right. It's not very Oh wait, actually, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else. Its dexterity is fine. But it rolled a 10, so
Sweet. It's going to take 9 radiant damage.
9 more damage.
And that is the end of my turn. Actually, I'm gonna. Oh no, because I don't get attack of opportunity. Never mind. I was gonna back up, but never mind.
You do know this thing is very slow. You could probably outrun it for a very short amount of time if you wanted.
I don't want to keep making these freaking Constitution saving throws, but I'd have to do it against the zombie and him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay there. I'm fine.
All right, that brings us to Gregthos.
All right, now, actually, I looked at it, by the way, and my wild shape was an action, not a bonus action, so I could have done it last turn, but that's fine.
Oh, whoops.
It's all good. I missed
Oh,
it,
you
too.
did use the guiding bolt, so okay.
Yeah. So this turn, I will use, as an action, I will activate my star map, taking on my starry form, and I am going to choose Chalice, which when you cast a spell that restores hit points, you or a creature within 30 feet regains 1d8 plus 2 hit points.
Okay.
So I will then, as a bonus action, cast at 2nd level on myself, Healing Word.
Okay, and that allows you to also heal somebody else with that healing word as well, if I am understanding correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
Is anybody hurt at the moment?
Seuss's.
Okay, so the bars here are accurate? You guys are at full?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, so then yeah, I'll target Seuss with the other heal. I get healed for 7, and Seuss gets 10.
Nice.
I would have
Thank
preferred
you.
the 10 for myself, but that's fine.
That's a lot of value for a healing word.
I think that's it for me. That's all I can really do.
All right, that is going to bring us back to the corpse flower and its minion. So let's see. First thing, it's probably just going to try to continue to eat all 3 of you. So 1 attack for each of you. First, Seuss. I threw my die into the garbage.
You're right where it belongs.
Damn, alright.
That's what everybody should do when they try to attack me. Just throw them in the garbage, because
Thematically, that feels like it should be a natural 1, but I can't do that. But it's a 2, which is
Oh, alright.
yeah, that's where it belongs. Then.
total of 7. It's gonna miss. Second attack against Emmy is going to be a 13. which I
That
don't think is enough.
misses.
Last one against Rissa. That is a 12,
Nope.
which I don't think is enough. Wow, this thing cannot hit any of you.
It's because he's on the ceiling. He's confused. He's having. All the blood is rushing to his head.
He's way too high.
Why is the plant creature not
in
dead?
the air.
Because he's not dead
I
yet.
thought he was killed.
Zombie was killed.
The zombie was killed.
Yeah, 1 zombie was killed. There's 1 zombie left. It can no longer throw zombies at you guys because all the zombies inside it are gone. And then there is a spiritual weapon that I am representing with a robot token.
Yeah. Which I really wish they would let you let players have their own tokens, like if they have a spiritual weapon, because I would just do like a little skull.
I mean, he can put a token on there and give you access to it.
I know, but you'd have to keep doing that. I'm saying like it would be cool if like the players could add their own tokens just whenever they need to.
You can always just leave it on the side if you cast it a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Let's get like a little chibi skeleton head.
All right. So that is the end of its turn. The one zombie is going to try to continue to eat Emmy, but nobody apparently can hit anything today. That is a 10 to hit. It's not
Nope.
enough. Okay, corpse
Nobbing
flower
at me.
turn. Done. Rissa, Constitution saving throw because you are within 10 feet of the corpse flower.
15?
That is enough.
Yay!
This thing is so awful. It's just like you're just continuously just feeling dizzy just being near it.
I'm going to stab it again, I guess, because, yeah. What does Vicious Mockery do again? Oh, I'm going to use Vicious Mockery, because it does 2d4 now, and I'm going to say, you are soiling our plans. Please stop.
All right,
Ow.
so saving throw is that again?
A
Wisdom?
wisdom save.
Ooh, that rolled a 17.
It's totally... Oh,
I didn't get it.
I forgot to do my bonus action.
It doesn't find your puns very.
Can I do my bonus action
Funny.
afterwards? Because I forgot
Do your bonus. What are you trying to do?
the unsettling words thing.
Sure. Go for it. If you would have done that.
I mean, I do it all the other times I've cast something at people.
Okay.
It's -6. So he got
It's
an
down to
11. So he fails. Haha. So he takes 6 psychic damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
All right. 6 more damage. This thing does a very unsettling quiver as it recoils from your magically enchanted words.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, Emmy, I would like you to roll the Constitution saving throw because you are within 10 feet of the corpse flower.
That is a 16 again.
That is enough.
Keep rolling 14s. All right.
Numbers you could be rolling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rolling. This die is the only one I ever use because it's the only one that actually like gives me good rolls majority of the time. The other ones I'm too scared to touch. All right. I guess I'll hit it the corpse flower with my spiritual weapon again.
All right.
That's a. Jeez, is that the same exact thing I rolled last time? I rolled an 18 plus 5. Yeah, so it's a 23 again. I'm having deja vu right now. This is the exact same rolls I had last time.
Let's see if the damage is the same.
Yeah, let's see.
Emmy gets a nosebleed, like, what's happening?
I know. That's so
I caught
weird.
the time
No,
loop.
no, this is 8 damage this time, so it's a lot better with my spiritual weapon.
All right, 8 damage.
To concentrate when you have a nosebleed.
So he's still not dead.
Nope.
Jeez.
Easy to hit.
Okay,
Lots of hit points.
I'll try to do a sacred flame on him again. Flame on.
Right.
Sacred flame.
Pachoo, pachoo. Right. Oh, I'm rolling. Duh. That's not an attack
Yeah.
roll. I have to roll a saving. You're rolled in nat 20. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's he's fine. He's not gonna get hit.
All right. Okay. So, who is up next? Gregthos. What are you doing?
Good question. So this thing's up on the ceiling still, yeah?
Yes. Just
Okay.
whipping tons of tendrils at. Oh, hey, I forgot to have the zombie go. Did I?
Oh,
No,
yeah, go for it.
I did have the zombie go.
Yeah, he did. He tried to bite me and he missed
Tried to bite you.
terribly.
Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, I guess the only thing I can really think to do right now would be to reach into a small bag and pull out like a small like flask of water. I will dump it onto my hands and kind of just mold it around like I'm doing Play-Doh or something. And then I'm going to smooth it out into a little knife and I'm just going to fling it up at the creature, casting Ice Knife at 2nd level.
Okay.
Alright, so that is a ranged spell attack. I get that. 22 to hit.
22 will definitely hit, and it has to roll a saving throw as well, right?
Yeah. Yes, dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, we got a nat 20.
Damn.
Yeah, he's getting all his nat 20s on his saves, not on hits.
It can never hit you, and you will never kill it. And It's just you'll be in here forever.
Yeah, that's what the real terror is.
That's the real horror. They're like,
Alright, so it takes 2 slashing damage, and then I don't, because it made it save, I think it doesn't look like it says half damage or anything, so I think that's all it takes.
okay, 2 damage. It is looking very rough though.
Yeah, okay.
I believe that also Emmy and Rissa will have to make the saving throw as well.
Only if are they within 5 feet of the creature?
I believe so.
We're attacking it.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Sorry, I didn't think about that.
So what am I making?
The save.
Dex save.
That's only a 7.
Oh, of course, now I'm gonna kill you guys. That's cool.
16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
The 16's enough.
All right. So how this happens is Gregthos throws an ice knife at this creature and it stabs into the creature, and then it just detaches one of the vine that it got stabbed into, and the ice knife falls to the ground at Emmy's feet and explodes.
Oh boy, this worked out real well. All right, that's it's actually only 9 cold damage though.
Ow! Gregthos, why?
Sorry! I don't really have an excuse for that one. Poor planning, I guess.
Your nose burns, as it is the most exposed part of your body.
That's all I got.
That's always the first place on my body that gets cold, so it would make sense.
Okay, so it is back up to the corpse flower's turn. Let's see if it can get some of those nat 20s on attacks.
No, let's
Disadvantage on its first attack.
Yes, disadvantage on the first attack. So, first one, I'm going to do the same order I've been doing, or probably not the same order. I've been doing Seuss first every time, though. So, Seuss, disadvantage, attack you. That's not going to hit, it's 11. All right, so another attack against Emmy. That's a 10, not going to hit. Another attack against Rissa. That one's a 16. Does that hit you?
Sadly.
All right.
Finally
so
hit somebody.
that is going to be a 9 bludgeoning damage as it smacks you on the side of your head, and you need to. I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
That is not enough. So you're going to, as it slashes into you, you can see like a strange green liquid oozing out of the tendril that it hit you with, and it immediately starts burning and itching around where it hit you. So you are going to take an additional 14 poison damage.
Sorry, 13 if that makes a difference, but...
On the save?
Yeah.
No, the DC was 14.
Yeah, I have +2. I thought I had +1, but that's fine. That's half my health.
That's
I am
Not
bloodied, and I'm conditioned as poisoned.
No,
Okay.
not for this. Just his poison damage. All right, and then the zombie's gonna once again. It's like been gnawing on your armor like this whole time, Emmy. That is a natural 2.
God.
A total of 5 for the zombie.
He's biting onto like my shoulder pad, so like I can't really feel him there. Like I know he's there, but he's just like gnawing on my shoulder pad.
All right, so Rissa, it is your turn. Because you're within 10 feet of the corpse flower, I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Everybody get your soundboards ready.
I think I fail this time. 12.
Ooh, that is not going to be enough. So this is actually the first time anyone's failed this, huh?
Yay.
Oh, hey, guess what? Actually, I just read. Never mind, you guys shouldn't have been rolling all this stuff. Once you succeed once, you're immune to it for 24 hours.
Oh,
So
thank
Oh,
goodness.
okay.
you're fine, actually. But just so you know, it would have made you incapacitated for your turn.
Oh, fun.
Lovely.
But
Yeah, I think we're
yes,
all
you are
immune to it now.
For 24 hours, yes. I think Gregthos is perhaps the only one. No, you succeeded on it.
Yeah, because it moved toward me the first on the first round.
Yes.
So, my turn?
Yep.
Great.
He was just trying to get us to waste all our good rolls.
That's what it was.
This thing is looking like it's on death's door, although it's difficult to tell because it's a plant. It definitely looks a lot more messed up than it was when you started.
Very withered.
It's a bonus action to drink a potion.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna do Vicious Mockery then on the plant as I'm pulling out a potion. and say, okay, Bloomer, it's time for you to die.
Nice. I don't know if that was off the top of your head or if that was from the website.
It's from a website.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
that funny.
You could have just taken credit for that.
I could have, but I would have lied. So it has to make a wisdom save.
It rolled an 8.
Fantastic.
Oh, that one. He liked that one. Well, he didn't like that.
7 psychic damage.
7 psychic damage. Wow, 7 is exactly how many more hit points it had left.
There you go.
And then I chug a potion as I'm waiting to see if it dies.
You punned it to death.
So as you use vicious mockery, how does a plant die from being mocked?
He's really hurt by my words.
The words, yeah, you do infuse your words with magic, and so when you can see like a faint purple and blue sparks going up into this creature, and it sort of recoils and shrinks and twitches and starts pulling into itself, and it starts falling apart. I would like Emmy and Rissa to make dexterity saving throws to jump out of the way out of this creature falling on top of you.
Nope. Got an 8.
I got
Okay.
a 6.
Oof.
I was too busy drinking the potion. And I glance up, I'm like, oh shit!
As you tilt your head back to down this potion, you see it falling towards you. And both of you are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage as this creature lands on top of you. And you are both knocked prone
Oh
underneath
god.
this creature.
It smells so bad, especially on top of you. Oh.
Yeah, especially when it's dead. Somehow it smells worse. The zombie, though, by the way, is still trying to eat you, Emmy.
Like, he's just followed me down as I got hit. Wait, if he was biting into me, wouldn't he have to make a dex saving throw too?
You know what? Let's have the zombie also do the same. Why not?
I mean,
it succeeded.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Zombies have a minus to this, though. No, it failed. It wasn't supposed to be a super hard DC. The DC was 10.
So the plant fell on me, and then I fell on the zombie.
Right. So the zombie also takes 4 bludgeoning damage. That is the first time this thing has taken damage, though.
Yeah, so now you're just on top of this somewhat damaged zombie with this other giant plant monster on top of you.
Yeah, it's still gnawing on my shoulder pad.
I'm not gonna make you guys roll and do all kinds of turns and stuff to get rid of this CR 1/4 zombie. The 4 of you together are able to easily dispatch this creature after you are able to pull yourself out from underneath the corpse flower. And now it is just a pile of vines and skeletons.
I just look around and go, I fucking hate this place so much.
Well, the exit is up there, and he'll just look over at the stairs.
Before I do anything, I pull out my wand to prestidigitation and I hit everybody with it.
I was like, please, I feel gross.
So all of the gunk is out of my hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I
It's a
don't
good thing
smell
you have
like
magic
death.
because you would have required some crazy shampoo to get rid of this.
Or peanut butter.
Also, this undid my entire short rest, guys.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Well, I mean, maybe if somebody wasn't showing so much leg over there.
I'll try
was
to
looking-
pull
I was-
my...
This is the first time I've had to look at the character's art to see if an ability would work. But everyone's pretty covered up for the most part. Like Rissa was the only other one that could really if you hung out for much longer, eventually Emmy's face would also get touched. But
And technically, she only has a little bit of her arm showing and her neck and chest area on her face. The rest of her's covered.
mhm.
I guess I'll use my last 3rd level spell to do mass healing word if people feel like they really need it.
Yeah. I mean...
I would say the 3rd levels.
Oh yeah, sure. I need my revivify if something happens. God forbid one of us die.
Do you have a diamond for that?
Probably not
I
actually.
feel
no.
like you talked about getting one last time, and
I
you were
think
able
so.
to do it.
I'll,
I don't know.
I'll look in my
Somebody-
notes.
Somebody from the podcast will comment on this later and be like, "You got the diamond already."
I don't have anything in my notes about a diamond.
Yeah, I don't think I bought one, so never mind. Wouldn't be able to
All right.
use it anyway.
This room has fallen once again eerily quiet, but it is not as quiet as the previous rooms because it's got a hole in the wall. So that exposes you to the outside air for the first time in quite some time. Or, well, you guys have actually only been here for like a couple hours, so...
It feels like
It feels like longer.
Yeah, it feels like it's been
Yeah.
a month.
Well, I would say you guys have been inside the Titan for about probably like 4 hours. You've taken 2 short rests in here, if I remember correctly.
Is it time for bed yet? Like, that'd be
No.
wonderful.
You woke up
Not yet.
5 hours ago.
Yeah,
I'm at that age where I can rest anytime.
Gregthos is already asleep.
Yeah. I've already walked up to the corpse and made a really, really solid chair out of it and sat in it and fallen asleep.
That's up to you. If you guys, I would say the rules are, I believe, that you can't take a long rest within a certain number of hours of another long rest. I can't remember what the amount of time is though, and I guess that's important.
I think it's 8 hours.
That sounds right. I don't know. I don't even remember where I could find that rule.
we could just chill here for 3 hours, and then we'll be at 8 hours, and then we could take a long rest.
I'm pretty sure Seuss would just open a door at that point.
I really don't want to stay in this room. It smells terrible in here.
Oh,
It really does.
I know. Okay, fine. Let's just. I guess let's just keep going.
We're at the end here, so let's just finish this place up, and then we can get out and go rest.
Oh, I want to get a sample of this plant creature. Definitely.
All right, that is easy to do.
Probably the poison gook that he keeps spilling on us to see if maybe I can make it into an antidote or something.
All right, easily done.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to take a vial of plant goop. That's what I'm going to call it.
Good. That's the only way I'm gonna remember what it is. Like, freaking a year from now, I don't know how long this game's gonna go. Like 10 episodes from now, you're gonna look at your inventory and like, why do I have plant goop? What is that?
I have some weird stuff in my inventory.
But yes, now that you are not being harried by this creature, you can easily pull your way through the vines. It takes an action, maybe 2, to get through.
Yeah, at this point, I'll just hack away at him. I'm not gonna be gentle about it.
We tried being civil.
You expose the door, and on the trap door above you, it says to the control room or whatever it was that I said earlier. Control center, I believe.
Does it appear to be locked? I'm just gonna like try
No.
and open it a little. Okay.
You pull it and it slides. It's very difficult to push because there's a lot of rusted parts involved, and the sound of it makes you grit your teeth because it is rusted metal grinding against rusted metal.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of effort, you are able to push it open.
What does it look like in there?
Well, it is very dark. There are no light sources in there, so the only light coming in there is the light coming from outside the Titan in the room behind you. So there is, with your head blocking the light, it is basically complete pitch darkness in there.
Okay, can we get some light in here? Anybody?
Gregthos, you see another one of those strange white-blue pulses of like energy, but it comes from above you. Just like you saw out when you were heading towards the Titan, you see another one of those, but nobody else sees it.
Nobody else. Okay.
I would say Gregthos is probably still glowing after his wild shape thing. Don't
Also
you glow?
that, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
don't you
he
shed,
would be.
like dim
Yeah,
light or
I
something?
shed.
Like 30 feet, I think.
I don't know if it's that crazy. I feel like it is, but maybe. It actually doesn't say. I thought I did, but it doesn't
Yeah,
say
Whatever.
that I do.
It's enough light for you to at least see into the room. The room, if Gregthos goes in first, appears to be a small passageway. It's like a hallway. It is nothing special. It is a hallway that leads to a ladder going straight up through where you assume the neck of this massive Titan would be. So this seems to be like a pathway into the head.
I did find it. I do shed bright light for 10 feet and then dim light for an additional 10 feet.
Right. Cool. There are some plants growing in this room as well, but not nearly as many as the room behind you.
Do any of them react to the light that's coming off of me?
Roll a perception check.
I probably shouldn't have asked. Not bad actually. Let's see. Perception 22.
Cool. Actually, because this is a very subtle, barely noticeable. You only really would have seen this if you rolled higher than a 20.
Hey.
They seem to reflect the same like starlight that you see the occasional times that the giant tree that this Titan is embedded in has. Like there are tiny sparkles that react to the light shining off of you in most of the plants around here.
Okay. And is that something that also only I can see, or can the three other parties see
a
it as
good
well?
question. I think everyone can see that.
Okay.
Well, this is weird.
But it's very well. They would have to be looking for it though. You only got
Oh,
to
that's
spot it
fair,
because
that's
you rolled a 22. So if you point it out to them, they will see it. But nobody else notices it. Just like walking around. To the rest of them, they're just like you shining light on the plants.
Oh, okay. So I will turn to the rest of the party and say,
I feel like, I don't know, I almost feel like I was brought here for a very specific reason that I have yet to figure out.
I think that's why most of us are here.
I mean, have you guys been noticing the pulses of light that have been happening periodically throughout our time here?
None of you have seen that.
I have not noticed anything like that.
Okay, I was worried that was only me. Well, ever since we've been here, there's been a just
I mean, would I've noticed a pattern to it? Like, is it like every hour it happens, or every, something
No.
like that? It just happens sporadically?
Yep.
Okay.
It
Every so
doesn't
often-
happen like a lot. Like it's been like at least an hour between each of them.
Okay.
But it's not free or regular.
So every so often, every hour, maybe hour and a half or so, the Titan or this giant thing that we're in releases some kind of energy pulse that evidently only I can see for whatever reason. And I happen to have just noticed that the plants in this room are reacting to my light.
And then I will point downward toward the plants that are kind of shimmering.
Right. So the rest of you notice when you look very closely, it almost looks like there's like glitter just underneath the chlorophyll or whatever.
Well, that's interesting. It's very shiny.
Very strange.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you guys know about plants, but they don't usually do that. Nor do they usually attack us, to my knowledge, but I mean, weirder things have happened, I guess.
Wasn't this tree like that we were going to, like, wasn't it like look like it was like starlight and stuff like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Occasionally, every once in a while, and it's been happening more often lately. This probably would have been like in the news, but not like it's not like front page stuff. It's like people with a specific curiosity would probably. This is like page 4 of the newspapers. Every once in a while, it's like the frequency of the starlight emanating from the massive tree just outside the city appears to be increasing. And then they would have like a bunch of crackpot theories from both scientists and freaking conspiracy theorists theorizing what could be causing that.
Yeah, Emmy's gonna kind of look over Gregthos as he's still shining and be like, well, the tree seems to be emanating the same power as you, so maybe there's some kind of link to the power that you have and that the tree may have. So maybe it's reaching out to you.
That would explain the voices, and not just the normal ones that I usually get.
Right, and I actually don't think Gregthos has mentioned the voices to anyone until just now.
There's
Maybe
voices? He hasn't.
Yeah,
You're just full of surprises, aren't you?
Well, I think he asked us if he heard something once.
Yeah, but when we asked for
But-
clarification, he didn't give us any details.
Oh yeah.
usual. Yeah, that's another thing, I guess. Ever since we've been here, I've been hearing,
I off the top of my head, to be completely honest with you, I don't remember anything that the voice said.
I can't remember exactly what it would have said, but it would have been something like requesting assistance.
Oh, okay,
It
gotcha.
said assist us and obstruction maintenance requested sending missing parts.
There you go.
The note taker.
Yes, helpful.
well, ever since we've been here, I've been hearing voices, just calling out for help. It's honestly very unsettling.
And it's even more unsettling with the fact that all of you are standing in a very narrow hallway, just beneath, apparently, whatever has been sending those messages.
Yeah, it's right up there. Whatever it is, it's right up there.
It's just a simple, like, normal, boring-looking gray ladder to get up. All the metal in here is just like a drab gray.
Well, I mean, It doesn't seem like it's trying to harm us or anything like that.
Not yet.
Well, if it's the
Um,
same voice that said that they deactivated security, which I would assume can only be done from there, we should be fine.
Oh, that's a valid point actually. Did the voice that I heard in my head and the voice that came out of that thing at the beginning of the episode, did they sound similar?
It sounded like the same accent but a different voice.
Different voice. Okay.
So we're gonna go up there and check this out.
I mean, we've come this far. Gotta see it through.
All right. So who's going first?
Yes, Zeus will.
Oh, you guess? Interesting.
I don't know who has the lowest health. They can go first as a body shield.
Yeah, that
Shield.
makes more sense.
I would have cast dancing lights, by the way, when they
Okay.
asked earlier for lights.
Because I think Gregthos' light only lasts for so long, and it's not really that much light.
It's 10
Well,
minutes.
last time- Oh, it's 10 minutes. I thought it was an hour for some reason.
No,
Okay.
it's an hour for wild shape, but with this particular thing, it's 10 minutes.
Well, this place looks like the worst planetarium now because of the star map glowing on your body and there's like orbs of light floating all around you in a very narrow hallway. But Zeus goes first and climbs up the ladder. Everything is just slightly damp in here, but it's not super slippery or anything, so you are able to climb your way up. And above you is another trapdoor. This one appears to be on a hinge rather than like a thing that you push to the side. So it is
Yeah.
easier to open. It doesn't require so much effort of pushing against metal. But when you unlatch it and push upward, well, the first thing you notice is that, yeah, that's how you say words.
No.
If you notice.
The first thing that you notice that there is light in this room. Not a lot. It is dim light, but the room is lit in a bluish light. And the trapdoor above you creaks incredibly loudly. Who's coming up behind Zeus, by the way?
Probably me.
Yeah, I'll go third.
All right, and then Rissa bringing up the rear. The ladder is long enough that 3 of you can be on it at the same time. But Zeus, you look around this room, and it looks like a bunch of counters and consoles, and it looks like this is a place to control this giant machine, which makes perfect sense because you saw the words control center on the door earlier. Some of these panels are glowing with a bluish light, and you can hear like faint sounds of like perhaps messages or something. You can't see from where you're standing what's coming off them, but you can definitely see light coming from those panels on the walls and on some of the counters. And some of these things look like, well, how would Zeus think of it? They look like, well, it's just a lot of like strange boxes on desks, really.
Yeah, a bunch of shiny lights.
Mhm.
Things that I have no idea what they are, but they blink and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you know magic and techmaturgy when you see it, even if you are not an expert
Yeah.
in it yourself.
Yeah, I know what it is. I just don't know how to use any of it, so I will. Does it seem relatively safe up here though? Like nobody else other than just
Make a perception check,
okay.
because the light in here is somewhat dim.
13.
13. Okay, so you look around the room and you don't see anything immediately threatening. Nothing seems to be moving. The biggest thing that you notice is that there is a brighter white light in what appears to be the center of the room, although it's difficult to tell from where you are. But yeah, there's one panel like in the very center that has a bright white light shining out of it.
Okay.
That white light is pulsing slowly.
Okay. Well, I will just look down to everybody else down the ladder and just be like, it seems safe up here, and I will just, after pulling myself up, I'll reach down and help everybody else up and out of the ladder well.
So everyone else emerges into this room. And yeah, this looks like a bunch of strange panels, similar to the ones you saw earlier that you used to deactivate that elemental orb or whatever it was back in this Titan's abdomen. There's a lot more of those panels. In fact, one of them looks exactly the same. It just seems to be like another place from which you can control certain things happening in here. But in here, there's a lot more stuff, things you've never seen before. A lot of the stuff is illegible because, not because you don't understand the language, but because the panels seem to be malfunctioning. Like a lot of the stuff is so old that it barely functions anymore. There's one of them that's entirely just a red screen, and the only thing that is really calling out to you is that white pulsing light coming from the center. And now that you're standing up in the room and not like half sticking out of the floor, you can see that white pulsing light seems to be coming from a small, it's like an orb sitting on top of a light. So like imagine a baseball sized metal orb with a light shining out from underneath it, and that's what that pulsing white light is.
Okay. It's a whole lot of techmaturgical stuff up here.
And occasionally you see sparks coming from different places, like and these things, some of the panels are making like small noises. There seems to be like a tiny like warning siren or something, not like a loud one, but like just like a ping every few seconds coming from another one of them. There's just a lot going on.
I begin to cast comprehend languages.
Okay, as a ritual?
Yeah.
Okay, you make your way around, looking around the room, the rest of you, and that is when you hear the voice that you heard mentioning the security stuff earlier, and you just hear it say, "Hello? Hello, is someone there?"
Yes.
And when that sound happened, the white light like flashed brighter. It seems to be coming from that strange orb.
Is the orb talking right now? I ask the orb.
And you just hear it say, "Hello? Hello? Is someone there?"
Oh, it's a machine?
I mean, you don't see any living creatures in here. Maybe it's like a communication device. Like somebody is calling through this orb or something.
I stop casting comprehend languages and begin to cast detect magic instead as a ritual.
Okay. So you have to erase some of the chalk. Oh no, you do that by like tracing things on your arm, right?
Yeah. I start
So you
tracing
have like pick a
spot
different
on
part
my
on
right
the-
shoulder blade. Or my right shoulder, and I'm just like, this one's annoying. I'm running out of space.
But Gregthos, this place feels, there's an energy in here that you don't fully understand. It's like this is where you're supposed to be, almost, or like there's something just very right about this place. Like you feel like you should know more about this place than you do.
Interesting. Is there any plant life in this room?
Very little,
Very little.
to the point where like it seems like this place has not had any of that happen, really. Like there's like one like fern sticking out through the doorway that you came through, but other than that, not really anything in here. It's all the drab gray that this whole Titan's made out of.
Damn, no material for chairs. Okay, never mind.
And that orb seems to be like calling to you.
Yeah, yeah, I'll immediately.
It is physically actually calling to you.
Yeah. I will approach it. Kind of try talking to it first.
Yeah, we're here. I think you're the one who's been calling out to me.
A loud booming voice echoes from like the entire like room, like not from the orb, but from the entire room, and it just says, "Conduit detected."
Oh, well.
And then the small orb floats up out of its whatever, the pedestal or whatever it's in, and it turns around, and you can see one side of it has a blue glowing light that almost looks like an eye. So this thing is like a baseball sized eye that is now floating in front of your face.
It's unsettling.
It's made of metal, so it doesn't look like fleshy or anything like that, and it has like white metal panels all around it except for the blue glowing eye, and it says, "Hello, I am Docent K41-63, codename Kaitiaki's Eye. Most people call me Kai, though. I apologize for the malfunctioning security systems. I have been in low power state for approximately data corrupted years and have lost control of much of the Titan's vital systems. I am happy to encounter sentient creatures again, especially one who is a conduit. How can I assist you?"
First things first, what is a conduit?
A conduit is a connection that allows the divine realm of the gods to power the Titans. The fact that you do not already know this is problematic.
Well, I mean, you don't gotta insult my intelligence there. That was, we just met, man.
Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to insult you. I only mean that whatever strange calamity has befallen this region is perhaps more widespread than I believed initially. Tell me, do you know what has happened to the Titan and the world surrounding it?
I mean, no, that's kind of what we came out here to find out. We haven't really figured that out as of yet.
Its blue eye turns yellow for a second, and it's like the spinning progress wheel for a second.
Oh. Computing.
This is problematic, but with the help of a conduit, perhaps solutions can be found.
would you be so kind as to remove me from this pedestal? The Titan is my charge, but the Titan is malfunctioning and will run out of power in data corrupted years. So I think it would be better for me to leave and find a new point of contact.
I will turn to the rest of the party, who I assume can also hear this. This isn't
Yes,
just me.
everyone can hear this voice.
Okay, and I'll go,
Well, I feel like this is what I was called here to do.
Yes, I have detected conduits passing by periodically over the past few months, and so I have attempted to signal it, but with the diminishing level of control I have over this place, I have been unable to truly send out any messages. I have been limited to sending out small pulses of energy in hopes of getting someone's attention, but so far, none of the passers-by have come to my rescue, as it were.
Yeah, it seems this Titan you said it was that we're in kind of got engulfed by a tree that is kind of like taking over everything. It's growing all up in this thing, and we got rid of a good chunk of it, but
Correct. It seems that the plant growth function has been running out of control for quite some time and has caused the plant life in the area to overgrow its normal parameters.
yeah, I mean, other than that, it's just kind of shit out there.
You say shit. I am curious. I have been trapped in here for data corrupted years and therefore have little information on what has been going on outside of the Titan. Could you please explain to me what has happened? And that's where we'll end our session.
I thought you were going to ask us to explain to him what shit was.
Let's look at Gregthos
Aw, that's me.
intently.
Why is everybody so mean to me?
Hopefully soon we can rest.
Yeah, hopefully. Jesus.
I know that it says you should have that many encounters per day, but you don't need that many encounters per day, right?
Just saying.
Right, yeah.
Just saying.
It's also like knowing that I'm not going to have a 6 to 8, I make them harder. Like pretty much everyone does. Like nobody actually has 6 to 8 medium encounters per day.
I literally have
That's
like
insane.
1 to 2 encounters per day that are harder.
That would be so boring. It's like fighting random mooks that have nothing to do with anything.
I was gonna say my sessions are mostly roleplay, so I feel like we only have like 1 encounter like a day.
Something like that,
I'm
right?
trying to be better because the game is like super balanced around like needing to like do short rests and stuff like that. Because like if everybody can just blow all their abilities all at once, then like spellcasters just flat out way better than the non-spellcasters. Because if you never have to think about your spell slots, then you know.
Yeah, that's why I still have some, because I've just been using them very sparingly.
Mhm.
I have not.
Nor have I.
But yeah, so I'm trying to be better about it. I'm trying to get to like 4 to 6, not even. Most of the time it's like 4 or 5, and even I start to get bored of them.
Well, good to know.
Like I don't want to do combat all the time, but I do know that it's like necessary. I did make a dungeon though, which I'm happy about. I made a dungeon, you guys.
Ooh.
Hooray.
First time I've had people go through a dungeon and not just stealth past everything.
Okay, we have no stealth.
Yeah.
It is not existent in our party.
Thank you so much for checking out Behold Clearlight, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play game. This world is brought to you by Ryan and played by a group of friends who are just looking to have fun and share our love for the tabletop world. Every other Thursday, we will release a new episode of Behold Clearlight. On the off weeks, Greg and I join other members of the TTRPG community and play non-D&D games. You can also check out Greg and I having random discussions on topics in the TTRPG and D&D world with guests on Mondays. If you enjoyed this, please don't hesitate to reach out on Twitter or on Facebook at Beholder to No One. Also, give us a review on iTunes or follow us on Podbean, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Keep being awesome. We'll see you next time. Bye.